Hello everyone and welcome back to another Figurehead Reviews video, and today we are going to be taking a look at the Walgreens exclusive Mr. Fantastic. We do have Reed Richards himself here in the front window box with that Walgreens exclusive sticker. On the side we get some artwork with the stretchy hands there coming out. Same thing on that side. We do get the Fantastic Four logo on the front, or I'm sorry, on the top. On the back side we do get a product shot. There is no additional wave for this figure, although I think it would be kind of cool if they showed the other Fantastic Four figures that we've been getting from Walgreens. We do have the read up here. A master inventor and impressive shapeshifter, Reed Richards uses intelligence and flexibility to protect the universe as Mr. Fantastic. Yes, he does. And right here on the bottom we have the UPC code, so you can go ahead and call your local Walgreens to see if they have it in stock. But enough about that. Let's get this figure open and take a look at Reed Richards. And here's Mr. Fantastic out of the packaging, threatening to use the ultimate nullifier here. Man, I wish I had the Galactus Bath right now. But yeah, awesome figure. I'm actually really happy to be getting this. I'm very excited that Walgreens definitely has the Fantastic Four wave, I guess we'll call it, even though they're not really doing a wave. It's a real missed opportunity to do another Galactus Bath, if you ask me. But we got Silver Surfer coming, the Thing coming. We already have Invisible Woman. We already have the Human Torch. I think it's just awesome that we're getting all of these. And I love that we get the bendy wire arms for Mr. Fantastic. It would be interesting to get other, like maybe longer bendy legs or something with the neck. That always seems to be the comical thing with Mr. Fantastic, is having his head stretching around somewhere. I think that would have been kind of cool. But the fact that we got something out of it is very cool. So I don't want to complain too much, because overall, I get it. They can't give you too many accessories with him, otherwise he wouldn't be $20. But let's go ahead and get a better look at those accessories, and then we'll get a better look at Mr. Fantastic himself. And looking at the accessories that comes with Mr. Fantastic, we have his regular arms that come there already attached to the figure at the top, and then we have his bendy wire arms at the bottom, and of course we have the Ultimate Nullifier. Taking a look real quick at the Ultimate Nullifier up close and in detail, they didn't really do a ton with this. It's relatively plain looking on both sides. You got a little button there on the side, and then the little knobs and antennas on the top. You do kind of want to be careful. This one, you can see, is pretty flexible. This one, not so much. It's a little more rigid. And I dropped this like 3 or 4 times while taking it out of the package, so just be careful. It can get lost, if you drop it. Looking at regular arms, really nothing fancy there. To be honest with you, they almost look like Bucky Cap. At least this one looks like a Bucky Cap hand. And then with the stretchy arms, we do get the bendy wire, as evidenced by the telltale. I don't know why all bendy wire stuff has that. I'm sure there's a reason. But it does hold its shape pretty decently. I find that you do want to really, if you really want to get it in a pretty stiff pose, you're going to have to probably really work at bending it. I don't know if I'm going to do that too much, but you can see, you can get it all the way around. And it's real easy how these go in. So obviously without his arms, he just has normal ports, and you can see all the way through them there. But you just pick an arm, pick a port, and snaps right in there, and no problems with that. And then of course you can just take one of his bendy arms, and this is backwards, I can tell because of that. Wrong hand. And same thing, pops right in. And again, full rotation, nothing fancy. So very easy to port in, and definitely no issues with that. But let's go ahead and get a better look now at Mr. Fantastic. So getting up close here to Mr. Fantastic, we can see this is a very cool looking head sculpt. I think they did a great job. I love the raised eyebrow there with the, just sort of his curious look. Hair sculpting looks good. Eye paint doesn't look too bad. And, the sculpt work they did on the face definitely looks good. You get his signature gray hair on the side. You can see some of the curls there where the hair on his forehead, there's a little bit of, little opportunity there in the paint. But all in all, not too bad. And of course the back, again, hair doesn't look bad at all. I like how it's sculpted. I think it looks good. So not bad. Going down the rest of the figure, whoops, wrong way. There we go. You get that iconic Fantastic Four logo, which I think came out pretty good. Actually, when you get up really close to it, it doesn't look that bad, at least on mine. Um, but yeah, that looks good. The sculpt, or not the sculpt, the paint deco there of his collar, just a little bit of a problem. Nothing major there. Back looks good too. Continuing down, you do get some of those, I assume that's the injection mold spot there on the arms. I noticed when I was flexing him, where was it? Right there, yeah. He has another kind of a rough spot on him. But the body mold, I actually really like how it's sculpted, where it's not just a muscle suit for him. Being a scientist and stuff, I think it's cool that we actually get something that just looks like a uniform. They have the wrinkles and stuff ever so slightly, but it's there. So I think that is pretty cool. Going down, the line work again, really solid when you look at it. So often I see straight lines not be straight, but his belt looks good. Around the arms look good. There's one, yep, right here on this side. I got a little bit of a gap on mine and what almost looks like the glue that was meant to hold it together, not holding it together, but that's not too bad. Don't really have any paint here, and then of course you do get down here again. When you get up this close, I don't know if it's just me, but it kind of looks like, yeah, you got two different shades of the suit color there. And I think that's because this is blue plastic up here, and I think this is the black down here, and then painted. So that's probably why it doesn't look like it's exactly the same color. But again, looks fine. And the line work, maybe I'm wrong on the blue being the paint. I don't know. That looks like it could be a different color under there. So that could be it. So, but all in all, not too shabby looking. I really like the body sculpt. Looking real quick closely at his bendy hands. There's really not much to look at. It's good looking paint. Again, line work came out decent. And yeah, hand came out just fine. I guess I should real quick point out he does have a little bit of a trigger finger. So I think that is the Bucky Cap hand. But yeah, let's go ahead and take a look at some of the articulation and scale. Reed Richards measuring here just over 6 inches, about maybe 6¼ inches there. So coming in pretty good with scale. Looking at his articulation real quick here, we do have pretty standard Legends articulation. He can look down that much, look up that much. Of course, his head does turn. He has, with any of the arms, he does have full rotation, plenty of up and down motion. On these arms, he does have the bicep swivel, double jointed elbows, and he does have on both hands rotation and a hinge at the wrist. He does have an ab crunch, can look down that far, look up that far, waist rotation. His legs go that far apart, this far forward, not very far back. Does have the upper thigh cut, double jointed knees. No kind of boot cut or anything like that, but he does have ankle pivot and up and down motion on that. Real quick, just to see the bendy arm, he does have a little bit more range of motion up on the bendy arm, and of course he does have the full rotation, and obviously no articulation because it's all bendy wire. And for a quick comparison, here is Mr. Fantastic standing next to his beautiful wife, the Invisible Woman, Sue Storm, or Sue Richards. And real quick, just kind of to bring them in, taking a look at the color of blue on their suit. It might be hard to tell on here. It's not identical, but it is really close. Close enough that I don't mind it. The 4s on their chest are different. This one on the Invisible Woman seems to be more of a silver color, and it even kind of has sort of that dot effect going there with how they printed it, whereas Reed's is definitely a lot more solid color. So a little different on that, but again, overall, they're close enough to color that they go together very well. And here's Mr. Fantastic standing next to some Walgreens exclusives. We have Namor on the left and the yellow-suited Daredevil on the right. That about does it for this review, guys. So overall, yeah, I think this is a very cool figure. I'm very excited to add one of the greatest Marvel minds in the Marvel Universe into the collection. So having Reed Richards, I think, is great. I love that Walgreens has given us all of the Fantastic Four. I'm really excited for the Thing. I would love if we got like a Dr. Doom. That would be great too. But yeah, overall, very excited to have him in there. I'll be even more excited when I actually have the full Fantastic Four. That will be awesome as well. If you like this video, leave a comment down below. Let me know if you guys have been able to find him, because I found him on one Walgreens run and then I haven't seen him since. So I don't know how common and how easy it is to find him. But aside from that, thank you for watching the video, guys. I do appreciate you stopping by my channel and checking things out, and have a great day.